Mm.
Hi,
Hi again.
see me now?
Well, yeah, I can see.
Good. I'm sorry about that. I don't know what happened.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay. Okay. Um, so how about you? Do, do you want to meet people all around the world?
Yeah, of course, for sure. I want to meet a new friends, and I can learn from them a lot. So, yeah, if I have a chance to travel around the world, I would love to meet a friend with some friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, new.
Yeah. That sounds like fun. Have you traveled anywhere?
Uh, some are places in Vietnam, but not totally.
Mm-hmm. Maybe one day, right?
Yeah, maybe one day. Oh
That's my dream
no,
too.
I'm sorry, I can't see your face right now.
I don't know what's going on.
Mm. Yeah, I think
Because
it's still okay. Yeah,
maybe it'll pop back up. You can hear me.
yeah.
So, and my camera's on. I see me and I see you, but you don't see me.
Mm,
Let me see if this has something to do with it.
yeah, I think it's still
Is that,
okay.
oh, it's still okay?
Yeah, it's still okay.
Okay. Here I am. I'm right there listening. I hear you,
Yeah,
dogs.
yeah. Yeah,
Mhm.
and when I have a chance to meet with a new friends, so I can learn a lot from them, like with their experience, and sometimes they should share with me their journey or something else, or they can, on each person they have a best thing that they can do. So I also hope that when I make friends, it's not only is friend, but also it's also an opportunity for me to learn that.
That's wonderful. That's wonderful. I hope so. Maybe you could come to university here in the States and then join one of those international clubs. Then you can learn. Then you can meet, or maybe you have an international club right there in Vietnam. You can join. Do you understand that word, international?
Yeah, international. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. So yeah. So that's good. So that would be a great way to meet
Mm,
people and become friends with them. And then you guys could go on travel together and go to different countries. That would be fantastic because
mm.
you seem to be young enough where you can go and do that. And with,
I hope so. One day I can go and visit another country as well.
I hope you do too. That's my dream too. I've only been to Canada, but that's so close to the United States. I don't really think it
Mm,
counts. So, but one day I think I would like to visit Vietnam.
right.
Yeah, yeah. My very first experience, my very first best friend was Vietnamese. She
Mm,
came right from Vietnam. There was a family of 12 children, and it was in 1975. And they lived across the street from me, and they were my friends. They were my very first friends.
yeah.
And they came over here. There was a problem. The war was going on during
Mm,
that time, and they came here to be safe. And so they moved away. They all loaded up into a car, into
mm,
a really tiny car. All the family, 12 children, in this one car, and they drove to California, which is
oh.
on the other side of the country. So they drove across the country. But I remember that day because
Mm,
there were so many young children in there, and they were pushed to the glass. Their hands were pushed against the glass, and they were waving to me, and I
mm,
cried. They were moving away, so I was chasing the car up the hill, crying. I didn't want them to leave, and um, and then a year ago, I saw on Facebook You know what Facebook is, right?
Yeah, I see. Social
Yep.
media.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
Facebook.
saw they had come, a couple of the sisters came back to my town to visit, and I didn't know that they did, but they were all grown up now. And there was a picture on Facebook. And
Mm,
so I contacted them because I was sorry to have missed them, and they extended an invitation for me to go to their home in California and visit with them. So that was neat. You know, it was really exciting.
very nice.
It's because they were my best friends, very first best friends.
Mm.
Yep.
So, how many best friends do you have right now?
Yeah, how many best friends?
Yeah.
Excuse me. I have a girl that lives next door. She's my roommate.
Yeah, no problem.
And then so over the course of my life, I've probably like five best friends.
Mm.
And that doesn't include my children. You know, they're different. They're on a different page. So I would definitely say I have one friend. And I teach in a
19?
college.
Mm.
No, I teach in a college, and I work with students from all over the world. Um, Mostly from Haiti. Do you know where that is?
Yeah, sorry, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a little island. It's off of the United States somewhere. So they're Haitians. So
Mm.
I have Haitians, Chinese people that come in, and a girl from South Korea who
Mm.
is there. So she's one of my good friends.
Mm.
But you
Nice.
know, there aren't very many Vietnamese families here in the on this side of the United States. They're mostly now over on the west side near California. But we have a lot of Chinese, but
Mm.
not, and we have a lot of Koreans. So, but the United States has so many people. So I have one friend that's from Puerto Rico,
Is
and
the
she's,
city in uh, American, right?
yeah, it's
Mm.
like it's not really, it's it's kind of like an island off of it. So it's not quite United States, but it's still part of it.
Mm.
It's not considered a state. And so they speak predominantly Spanish. So I have Spanish speaking friends, Creole, Korean,
Lots of friends in the world.
and Haitian, and I'm Mexican,
Mm.
Portuguese. I have a lot of friends that speak different languages. So yes,
Mm.
to answer your question, I think I do choose people of all different
Mm.
uh, nationalities,
But
and
yeah,
I hope that you get the opportunity to too.
yeah, I would love to see a new friend and around the world as well. But you know, if I have to choose, uh, I prefer choose a friend who is similar with me because
Mm-hmm.
you know I think that I can. It's more easier than it is more easier to like to share to talk to them and
Sure.
yeah and of course you know when we have same thing together so it's make our like to be a close friend in the long run. Yeah, I
Yeah.
prefer. But yeah, but beside that, yeah, I agree with the statement that we also like make a friend who have a different with ourselves because we can learn something new from them. And of course, when we make a new friends, so it means we like we also have a new thing for your life. I think so.
Yeah, it's so true. It is so true. So I do have friends that are the same as me. They're all American girls, and so I have them. I was actually married to a German, and that didn't work out well because we were so culturally different from one
Mm,
another.
mm.
Um, but if you ever decide to come to the United States, I highly recommend you go to to California.
California. Yeah.
California, because that is where you're going to find the most people from Vietnam are there in California.
Really?
So that's where you want to go.
Nice. Great
So
to
I'll
know.
write that down.
Great to know.
Remember, California is the place to go. Okay? So
Okay.
now you know. You know, you're absolutely right. You don't want to go on foreign land and not know anybody at all. That would be really awful to do that. However, I thought that I would love to go to Vietnam one day and teach English.
Yeah, and I recommend you to visit Ho Chi Minh City first. Which one? Can you write it?
Ho Chi Minh City.
Are you able to write that? And what is there? Ho Chi Minh City. Here? Yeah, here you go.
Ho Chi Minh City.
Ho Chi Minh City is one of the center of Vietnam in the south of Vietnam. So in Vietnam we have two big cities, Ho Chi Minh City and Hanoi.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the city?
Hanoi.
City?
Yeah. Hanoi. I'm sorry.
Hanoi.
Yeah. Hanoi.
Hanoi.
Yeah, Hanoi.
Hanoi.
Yeah.
And what's the difference between the two cities?
Actually, Hanoi is a capital of Vietnam, and Ho Chi Minh is a big city in the south of Vietnam where people visitors can visit Vietnam and they give it a try to travel and where people can eat Jewish food or enjoy a traffic in Vietnam. I think you have heard about that.
Okay. Oh wow. Okay. So what about somebody that doesn't know any how to speak it, your language? So what would you recommend?
The language. So you mean the language should you speak in Vietnam?
What do you speak? Do you speak? What is the language you speak?
Vietnamese, of course, Vietnamese, and visitors from in all of the world come to visit to Vietnam. They come from Korean, from US, American, England, or another country as well.
So somebody that comes from the U.S. must know Vietnamese in order to get to visit, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Yeah. Yeah. You wouldn't have any problems here because, especially if you went to California, because I'm sure you would see it. Now, how close would you say speaking Vietnamese than another Asian language? Are they very similar?
I'm not sure. Maybe we have some different accent or the tongue. So some, but the most similar here is APA. I mean alphabet. So it's very more easier to speak.
Oh, okay. So can you write that one down? API.
API is a international.
IPI.
IPA. Yeah, I'm sorry. IPA.
What does that mean? IPA. International.
Wanted.
What's the P stand for?
IPA International. Let's see. I also forgot it. It's International Phonetic Alphabet.
Alphabet. International something alphabet. Okay. So the last word is alphabet. I'll find it.
Yeah.
Oh, phonetic alphabet. Okay. Phonetic.
Yeah, phonetic. So we have the same IPA. So it's like the process we learn a new language or we speak the language is like more easier.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So if I came over there to teach English, I would definitely need to know how to speak.
Yeah, so
Isn't that funny? How long do you think it would take somebody to learn how to speak Vietnamese? Like a Westerner?
I've never tried before, but I have a friend who come from uh, China and Canada too. So one time I teach them how to speak and write Vietnamese. I think it's so hard for them to learn because uh, uh, honestly, I teach them for around 1 week, but there as the result, they just know like how to pronounce some word or just say hello or something else.
Very simple.
Yeah, I think Vietnamese is so hard for learning, but if a person who have a strong belief or like they have a skill to learn, I think it's possible.
Yeah. Yeah. So, but the Chinese friend of yours didn't have as much problem, right?
Chinese, I think it's the same.
Yeah. Okay. That's where I'm going with that because my friend who's from Korea wrote something, and then my Chinese friend said, "Oh, that's in Chinese. That's not in Korean." So I'm thinking that Chinese is really it's probably based from like China or something, and kind of goes in like that because like I can learn as you know I speak English, but I also studied Spanish and French, and those two are very similar, as well as Portuguese. So Portuguese sounds just like Spanish, and French doesn't really. It has some of the similar words, so they all kind of carry the same word. And as a result, I do end up saying a sentence. Half of the sentence is in Spanish, and the other half of the sentence is in French.
Nice.
Family.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, so I'm thinking that's what would happen to a foreigner if they were in your country. Like if they were from China or another Asian country, I think that it would mesh together kind of the way I've mixed up the two, French and Spanish like that. So I'm thinking that's probably what happens if you don't use it all the time.
Yeah. Nice.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Right, because it's kind of like the same, almost like the same. Don't you think? Like that, like French and Spanish are part of the Romance languages. So French, Spanish, Italian, they all sound the same. In Portuguese, they all sound the same because they're part of the Romance languages. That's what they're. So if you ever listen to them, you will do the same if you've tried to learn it.
Yeah. Now, currently I'm learning a new language. Yeah, this is a second language, English.
Yes, English. That's so great. I am so proud of you for doing that because it's very brave and you're going to be able to use that. You're absolutely right. You'll be able to use it in a lot of different countries. So as soon as there was this one man on Cambly who would call me from different countries because he was traveling around the world, but he said that because he was learning English, he was able to communicate better because he was working in a business, and he was able to communicate better with everybody when he was traveling all around the world. So that is definitely a plus. A lot of people that call up here and speak to me are learning English for their jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's a good thing.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, my time is have a limited, so I think I need to conclusion the conversation here.
Okay.
Yeah, and thank you. Thank you very much for talking with me tonight and give me some advice about learning a new language.
Thank you. I really enjoyed talking with you today, and I wish you all the best, and you have a great day.
You too. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
Yeah, you too.
Right.
And see you next time.
Definitely. Same time. Here I am. See you later.
See you.
Bye. Peace.